welcome back to another YouTube video. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys a full day of eating, another what I eat in a day, because everybody loves one of those. But this is going to be a different kind of full day of eating. It's actually going to be a full day of eating where I don't have any protein supplements such as protein powders and protein bars. Just because I want to show people that you can literally eat a plant-based and vegan diet without the use of these protein supplements. I purely use these protein supplements such as protein bars and protein powders for convenience, but not only that, the fact that they taste so nice in things like waffles, pancakes, smoothie bowls, and that rather than this idea of protein powders will make you lose weight or gain muscle. It's complete nonsense, let me tell you, because I've had a few people say, oh, what should I have, what type of protein powder should I have to make me lose weight, what type of protein powder should I have to gain weight or, you know, build muscle. And it just shows how marketing really works and how some people are really misinformed, and I don't want to really misinform people. So I'm here to tell you that protein powder is no special thing. It's literally there to supplement protein. You can purely get protein naturally in your diet, and so that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. On a day-to-day basis, would I keep protein powder in my diet? Yes. But is it really necessary? Not really. It, like I said, it's literally there for the taste of it and the convenience. So later today I'm going to share with you guys like my go-to protein foods, such as what I would have for breakfast for it to be high protein, what would I have for lunch for it to be high protein, dinner, snacks, and all that jibber jabber. Just because I feel like it would be helpful just to list them all out, and then you guys can use them in your diet as well. This morning you would have seen that I had a smoothie bowl, and I used things like tofu, the soy yogurt, the powdered peanut butter, all really high in protein to bulk up that amount of protein that I had in the morning, which is a great start of the day. Protein is very satiating, so it's going to keep you fuller for longer, and obviously it's going to help towards you building your certain physique or maintaining the muscle mass that you currently have, but that is alongside your training and other macronutrients. Protein isn't the superior macronutrient into building muscle at all. It's really there to just aid the process of the muscle building process. So since I last had breakfast, which was around 4 to 5 hours ago now, it's currently 10:30. So I'm going to go inside and make my pre-workout meal, which I prepared from yesterday, but I'll share a few clips of what I did to prepare for it. But then I'm going to be doing a full body workout today because it is a Saturday, it is the weekend, and I like to have one full body workout on the weekend. But I'm also going to be trying out Chloe Ting's ab core workout, because I've seen a lot of reviews and a lot of people say that this ab workout is super challenging, so I want to put it to the test and see if I can handle it. We will see. But anyways, I'm going to stop jabbering like I usually do, and I'm going to head into the kitchen and make my pre-workout snack. Actually, just before I leave you, I thought I'd share with you guys what gym set I'm wearing today, because I'm now working with Able. You've probably heard of them on Instagram, and they sent some of their sets. So I picked this ombre grey set to wear today, and yeah, so let's have a look at it. It's just this like ombre grey set. It came with a sports bra and full length of leggings. This is what the back looks like. It's super flattering and super nice. But I have my discount code and link in the description box down below if you're interested in any of their products. If not, no worries. So now I'm going to go into the kitchen.
So much in love with you.
for today. I just made this like soy crispy chocolate cupcake single serve type thing. It's super high in protein. I'll lay out the macros along the screen, but they're really easy to make. You just mix all the base ingredients together, place it in a cupcake case, and then put that in the fridge or freezer overnight, and then it becomes like this delicious protein yumminess without the use of protein powder. So that's a little snack that you could have, which is super high in protein to satisfy your hunger and fuel your workout. So I'm gonna munch on this with some coffee that I'm gonna be making in my room, but I feel like we should take a bite out of this and see what it tastes like. By the way, these soy Crispies I'll be sharing with you guys later in the video. They're from a company called Coro, and I absolutely love them. I love placing them on my smoothies, using them for recipes and so. So I'll leave a link to their website as well in the description box down below. Let's have a taste test. That is super yummy and super chocolatey. I love it, and it's got the peanut butter in there. I could taste the coconut oil. And the soy Crispies, they soften overnight, so it's just like this cakey goodness. I'm gonna have my coffee now, have my pre-workout meal, watch some YouTube, and I'll catch you at the workout. Workout at the ready. I'm really excited to try this out and see what my thoughts are. I'll probably leave my full body workout, which I'll be doing after this ab workout, in the description box down below, just because I don't want it to override this purpose of the video for it being a full day of eating without the use of protein powders. But she's labelled this "Get Abs in 2 weeks," which obviously that's not possible, guys. For you to be able to have abs, you have to be in a caloric deficit over a period of time where your body is able enough to have a low body fat percentage to reveal the abs that you've built up whilst you've been training. So you doing this 2-week ab workout is literally not gonna make you have abs straight away. It is highly based on genetics for one, and your caloric deficit, your type of training, and how much you train your abs. I personally train core 3 times a week, and I'm currently in a caloric deficit. That's why my abs have been showing. However, if I'm in a caloric surplus or I'm maintenance, my abs don't pop as much, because abs, really, the amount that is revealed is based on your body fat percentage, which is highly based on genetics. Some people are just really genetically gifted to have abs all the time, like my boyfriend. He could have 2 pizzas on top of each other like a sandwich, still have abs whilst he's laughing. So yeah, it's highly based on genetics. Don't get fooled by people on Instagram and YouTube that label things saying, oh, get shredded in 2 weeks, because there's just no such thing. You want to make this your lifestyle, and you want to make it sustainable. You don't want to be in a fad diet and in this cycle of binge eating. All right, so this is just a bit of fun, because people have said that this is a really challenging workout, and there's no harm in trying it out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll let you know my thoughts afterwards. Let's get started.
The first exercise is leg raise clap. Lower down.
Made with bits of real panther, so it smells like pure gasoline.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Workout is done, guys. Let's just check. Do we have abs? I mean, the core is popping, but like I say, this workout alone is not gonna make you have abs. Me saying that though, it was a super challenging workout and it is a really good ab workout to implement into your training, but just don't get bogged down in the idea that you're gonna gain abs within the 2 weeks that she claims you will. But I'm gonna get on with my full body workout and I'll probably catch you guys at lunchtime. I'm quite breathless, so credits to you, Chloe Ting. Well done for a great workout. So yeah guys, I'll catch you later. And so here is lunch. It's all served up for my post-workout meal. We've got the salad here. I always like to have a big bowl of greens alongside the main meal. So we've got some lettuce, pickled red cabbage, some alfalfa sprouts, and then we've got some avocado on toast because I wanted to keep it super simple. I was just hungry and I wasn't really bothered to cook that much. So when I'm quite lazy, it tends to look a bit like this. So then I went for roasted cauliflower with the skinny sriracha chili sauce, which you would have seen. And then I have some tempeh here, which I use the barbecue sauce, which by the way I have a discount code for as well, and I'll leave that in the description box down below. And then we've got this yogurt with some spelt flakes, and I also made a homemade blueberry jam. But this whole meal comes to 38 grams of protein without the use of protein powder. So that just goes to show you that you really don't need protein powder to have a high protein meal. The cauliflower alone, just this 300 gram bunch, provides 10 grams of protein. So, you know, plants provide protein. Also, the tempeh, that equates to around 15 grams of protein, and tempeh is a really good source of protein, which I will address later on in the video. Anyways, I'm gonna gobble this all up with my usual scene of YouTube, and then I'll catch you later. So I just changed into some comfy attire after my workout, made my lunch, and my new YouTube upload is just about to upload onto YouTube. It's my week of vegan high protein dinners that I had during a particular week. So if you haven't gone and checked that video out yet, go and check it out. So I've made it into the kitchen now because I just wanted to sit down and share with you guys my top protein sources that I implement into my diet into a day-to-day basis really. I have a whole shelf full of different flavoured protein and different supplements, but I've shown you today that you don't actually need those to have a high protein diet. You can get protein naturally from food. There's a common misconception that you need to have protein powder to be able to gain muscle and lose weight and things like that, but that is a total myth. You can have protein from natural sources of food. So everyone requires a different amount of protein, and it is totally dependent on how much physical activity you do, your gender, your age, all of these different factors as it relates to the amount of calories that you consume. So obviously if you have higher amounts of calories, then you're going to have a high amount of protein. Just because someone has over 150 grams of protein doesn't mean that you need to have 150 grams of protein to be able to see results or to be able to build muscle. Personally, I have around 125 to 130 grams of protein, but that's because I'm not the average person, in the sense that I don't just exercise 3 times a week, which is recommended by the National Health Service. I train 5 to 6 times a week, so personally I require more protein to be able to replenish my muscle fibers from when they have broken during my workouts, rather than someone who is more sedentary and is less into physical activity but still require protein, just not in the amount that I do or anyone else that does train the way I do as well. But onto the protein sources. So I'll start off with the dry ingredients and then I'll work my way towards the fridge/freezer ingredients. So I've got this peanut butter powder here. It's really good because it offers a lot more protein in it in the ratio to fat than the usual peanut butter. Not that normal peanut butter is bad for you in any sense, it's not at all. It just offers more protein in it and less fat. But I also go for the normal peanut butter when I feel like it as well. So these are the two I usually have, the powdered peanut butter from My Protein, and I really love the Money Life peanut butter as well. In terms of nuts and seeds and things, I get the protein from those sources, from chia seeds, hemp seeds, grounded flax seeds, and then I also have whole flax seeds as well if I feel like it. In terms of pulses and things like bread, pasta and so, I have bread which offers a high amount of protein in it as well, but also I have things that are more higher in protein than, let's say, just white rice. There's things like chickpea rice, and there's also lentils that you can have. And Aldi in particular, and other supermarket stores as well, but Aldi in particular, have pastas which are super high in protein, like this beetroot and red lentil pasta, which offers 23 grams of protein in a 100-gram portion. And these pastas in particular are my favourites and go-to if I'm looking for like really high protein pastas to have and really bulk up your protein within the day, is this edamame and mung bean fettuccine pasta here. We've also got the soybean spaghetti and black bean spaghetti. So those I would really recommend, and you can also just get them from Amazon if you don't have an Aldi near to you. Other protein sources which are not protein powders are things like soy mince. So I usually have this in the dry form, and I get those from Holland Barrett, or alternatively, and I use these interchangeably really, is the frozen soy mince from Tesco. This is my favourite. I don't like corn. I would never recommend corn. I just do not like the taste of it. But this one I can really bear, and it's really easy to use and flavour, so I recommend the ones from Tesco's. I haven't tried the ones from like Asda and Sainsbury's. This one is always my go-to, as well as the Holland & Barrett one. Since we're in the frozen / fridge aisle now, I'll move on to things like tempeh. I really love tempeh, and I use this in a lot of my dinners and lunches. I also use tofu, which I've currently run out of, but I'll probably insert a picture here of the one that I use. I go for the firm tofu because that's the one that you want to use in your cooking, as opposed to the soft one. That's more for things like smoothies and soups and stuff, which doesn't really work when you need to cook it in the oven and things, so I recommend the firm tofu. There's also things like seitan, which I left my seitan recipe on my YouTube already if you want to go check that out. It's super high in protein and I love using that in my lunches and dinners as well. There are also things like mock meats, but I tend to stray away from those because one, they're more expensive, and two, they're highly more processed, whereas these ones are a bit more natural and less processed. Not that processed food is not good for you and is a bad food, it's just that I'd rather have a wholesome source of protein than something that is more processed. And then finally, moving on to like the yogurts and milks, I like to have this Alpro no added sugar soy unsweetened soy yogurt, as well as soya milk. Those both offer a high amount of protein. Also, just before I love ya and leave ya to make my dinner, I'll just show you a few bits from Koro, which I think is amazing, and you should definitely go check them out. I do have a discount code in my description box down below if you want to go check them out. But honestly, you guys, I love their supermarket store sort of thing. It's basically like a bulk store full of like health foods and things like that, but they do offer a lot of like protein snacks which are not protein powders and things like that. So I'll just show you what I've got on my little shelf here. Here I've got some buckwheat, which is super high in protein, and you can use this in your oats, and that can just really volumize it and bulk it up. I've also got these spelt flakes, which I just use as cornflakes really. It's just cornflakes with a high amount of protein. And then these sort of look like white and brown Cocoa Pops. They don't taste like Cocoa Pops because they have no sugar in them, but they are really nice nevertheless, and they offer a crazy amount of protein in a 100-gram portion. And let's give an example. So per 100 grams, this offers 58 grams of protein, 28 grams of carbs, and fat, 1.9 grams of fat, which is really good. So I like to add these on my toppings of oats and smoothie bowls. And sometimes I'll just pour it in with some milk and berries and have it like that. You'll often see it on my Instagram that I use these quite often. So I do really recommend those if you are interested in buying any of their products. So I hope you found that somewhat helpful. I'm going to be making my dinner now using the soybean pasta. I'm just going to have like a spaghetti dish because I really want something simple. I'm feeling quite lazy in my cooking today. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the sun. I have no idea. And then I'm going to make a little dinner snack to have as well whilst I watch a movie. So like I said, I'm going to go really super basic for dinner. I'm even just going to do it in one pot essentially. I've put in here the frozen soy mince, which I showed you, and then also the soybean pasta. And then I'm going to mix in the kale once these two are cooked, as well as the passata. And then I'm going to flavour the passata with some seasonings such as cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, garlic powder and onion powder. They're my go-tos, as well as a sprinkle of salt and pepper afterwards. I'm also going to serve it with some green beans just for some extra veggies, and then I'll have a little snack as a late night dinner dessert. So literally all I'm going to do is cook it on the stove to cook. It's just going to boil for around 5 to 6 minutes. That's how long it takes. So it's a really super easy dinner. I'm actually going to cook the green beans separately in a separate pot as well. And then so once that's all cooked, I'll throw in the passata with the seasonings, put the kale in the bowl, plonk this all on top, and that's my dinner. dish is simply going to be my dinner for tonight. It's super easy and super simple to make, like you would have seen, and it's also high in protein. I'll leave all the macros and ingredients in the description box down below, and I'll leave my macros for today along the bottom of the screen here. But for my little late night snack slash after dinner desserts, because I always have to finish the day with something sweet, I've got this rice cake filled with the peanut butter powder spread, and then I've topped it with some chocolate chips. So I hope you like this video, guys, and you got to grips with different types of protein sources which you can implement into your diet without the use of protein powders. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!